I am going to teach you like you've never been taught before. Here's my promise to you. By the end of this video, you will have everything you need to get from $0 to $10,000 per month trading. Now that seems like a big promise, doesn't it? Well, the reason I'm so confident in that promise is because I've been able to successfully teach over 7,000 people how to trade just like me in the stock market. But here's the deal. Most people are going to tell you you need to start with $100, you need to start with $500, $1,000 to start trading. And then once you have this amount of money, I'm going to teach you exactly how to trade. Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to start from zero. Now we have two options here. If you are brand new to options trading and you've never opened a brokerage before, click the first link down below. It is my Webull referral link. You will get a bunch of money in free stocks, which you can then go and cash out into your portfolio. From there, you'll be starting anywhere between $20 and $1,000 in your portfolio already. Now, if you're not quite new to trading and you have a brokerage already, that is okay. What you're gonna need to do is find something super simple. I'm not telling you to go and get a job, and I'm not telling you to start $1 million business idea. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. What you need to do is find a little tiny side hustle to where you can make at least $100. Now, the reason I started off the video this way and the reason why I'm telling you this right now is because every single one of you watching, no matter who you are or what your situation is, every one of you are capable 100% of making $100. I know some of you might be lazy and that's not really what I'm looking for here, but for you lazy folks out there, I am going to give away $100 to 25 different people. I am going to give away $100 to 25 different people watching this video right now. That is $2,500 that I'm giving out to you guys, but you have to make a promise to me. You have to take that $100 of your share and deposit it into a brokerage and start trading and start learning, not spend it on bad things. Now that we have $100, this is where the fun starts. Now, the first thing I need you to do is familiarize yourself with your brokerage. Most beginners look past this. They're too eager to just jump into a single trade and they forget to actually understand and learn what brokerage they are actually trading with. This doesn't matter if you chose Webull, which is what I trade with, or if you choose Robinhood or Thinkorswim. Please don't choose Robinhood. Any of these brokerages are going to be fine, but all of them have different trading styles, different buttons, different layouts, different things that you need to know when buying and selling a trade. The last thing that you want to do is start off with this really small amount and lose half of it because you didn't know how to sell your trade properly. Now that you understand how your brokerage works, it's time to move on to charting. Listen to me when I say this. Charting is the only way that you are going to become profitable. Unless you are watching somebody else live trade or taking their alerts and they are good at trading, the only way for you to be able to take trades on your own is to learn how to chart. Now, I have gotten extremely good at this over the 4 or 5 years that I have been trading, but I'm still learning new things every single day about charting. The main things that I want you guys to look out for are right here. These are going to be certain patterns you're going to see in the stock market, and I know this is kind of like beginner common knowledge. You might already know this, double bottoms and head and shoulders and this and that, but it truly does get overlooked. And there is no way that you will get from 0 to 10K a month without at least understanding these and knowing when to find these setups. Let me make this clear. You cannot trade blind in the stock market. You have to have some sort of setup, some sort of confidence, and some sort of confluence to actually stay consistently profitable in the market. Now, there's a lot of strategies out there. Not everybody trades just strictly off of flag patterns or head and shoulders. But when I first started and I went from 0 to 10K a month, this was exactly what I used. Now my strategies are a little bit more advanced, but if I still wanted to today, I could absolutely still use those patterns. Next up is going to be starting paper trading. I want to clarify that I do not like paper trading. I know this is a controversial opinion. Paper trading is where you trade with fake money before you actually get into real money. Webull offers paper trading. I believe Thinkorswim does as well, and a few other brokerages. Now, the reason I'm slightly against, or I would say definitely against paper trading, is because it teaches you the wrong mindset. It teaches you that you can have an unlimited access of money that you don't really care about because it's not your own funds, and you get a little bit mentally attached when you do make those big gains, and it stops you from learning the real mental fundamental challenges when it comes to trading. So instead of not paper trading at all and not getting any experience, here's what you're gonna do. I want you to put an alert, a notification, a reminder, some sort of thing in your phone. If you're gonna start trading, start this reminder today. If you're gonna start trading tomorrow, start the reminder tomorrow. We are going to strictly remind ourselves that we can only paper trade starting from the day that you start until 1 week. That is it. No more, no less. From a lot of different testing and strategy, I found that this works best. This is the best time frame to be able to get just the right amount of experience with trading before you start losing your mind. If you want to paper trade for 4 or 5 hours a day, absolutely go for it. If you want to paper trade for 30 to 45 minutes a day, that is okay too. You want to learn a little bit, but just make sure you don't overdo it. I have 2 steps left for you guys. This one is really important, and the one after this is going to be the most important step of them all. Once you are finally ready to start trading, you have to understand how options contracts work. Now, whether you're trading options or you're trading crypto futures or you're trading Forex, no matter what, there's always some sort of leverage involved and there's always some sort of risk. So to be able to properly understand these, we need to know what we're looking at. Options contracts, which is what I'm specifying in this video, have very specific expiration dates, and they also have Greeks. What you need to know is that if an option contract starts at $100 per contract today and it expires tomorrow, that means that right now it might be $100, but by tomorrow, that contract is going to go to 0 by the end of the day. Which is why shorter time frame contracts, they have the most volatility and the most potential for big moves, but they are a lot riskier. And if you're looking to take a trade a lot more long term, they are going to be a bit more expensive, but they're going to be the safer option all around. Greeks are also important to know. I have a different video based around strictly Greeks. If you guys want to watch that, I'm not going to break it down too much here, but it is definitely important. The one biggest thing I would recommend that you learn about is theta. Now, theta and delta kind of go hand in hand, but theta is the most important. This is kind of what I just mentioned, from where the contract starts to where it finishes and how the price gets affected by that. You'll be able to see in every specific contract that you click in the stock market, the differences between the theta on each contract. Now, this is really important to know because if you're trading a contract that expires in 1 day and the theta is super, super high, you're probably going to want to stay away from that. Over time, you'll get a little bit more comfortable with the Greeks and start learning them as you go. Now, this last part is the most important part. I need your guys' promise. I need you to pinky promise. We're not going to do that because that's a little weird, actually. I need you guys to promise me that you are going to follow along with this step most importantly. I don't care if you didn't follow any other step. You might not make it to 10K, but you need to follow this last step in order to become profitable. The last step is going to be risk management and setting proper take profit and stop losses on each trade. Now, I want to make this very clear. We're going to get into this in a second. I'm going to explain exactly how I prefer you guys start your trading, but let me just explain this. If you have a very low balance, such as $100, $500, or even sometimes $1,000, you are going to need a little bit more risk. Most people start trading with $100 or $200 or $300 and they're scared. They want to place as little money as they can into the market to try to mitigate risk on the rest of their portfolio. Now, unfortunately, that is not a good way to grow your account because while yes, you might be making small significant gains, you are most likely going to get wiped back out of nowhere maybe every 2 to 3 trades. So if you are trading with a small account, which I most likely assume you are, you have to have higher risk in the beginning. Now, moving on to how to actually start trading with this $100 that you have. We went from 0 to finding a little hustle to build up to that $100 point to now being ready to finally take a trade now that we know everything else that I just mentioned. I'm going to brush over on this again, and I'm going to tell you that it is so crucial that we have high risk in the beginning. Going from $100 to $200 is going to be a bit of a challenge. Going from $200 to $500 is also going to be a bit of a challenge. But once you are up above that 500 mark, between 500 and 1,000 is when things start to loosen up a little bit. You can start to open multiple contracts. You can start trimming along the way, selling off contracts as they go into profit to mitigate your risk, and a lot of other things. But in the beginning, to start this off, we are going to go high risk, high reward. We're going to be trading 1 to 2 day expiration contracts with good price action, high volatility, and we are looking for little moves to take out. Like I said, once you get up to that $1,000 range, this is when we're going to change things up a bit. We're going to start moving into contracts that are a little less risky, and we're going to be a little bit more time sensitive and patient with these contracts. We're going to start taking trades that go from 1 to 2 days long. We're also going to still be taking scalps, but it's important to build up long-term as well. Now, the most important thing to know out of this whole entire video is that if you get greedy, greed will 100% take over, and there's no doubt about that. I can't tell you guys how many times I have blown through an entire account just because I decided to get greedy on one trade. This is the part where 99% of traders fail, and they fail miserably because they do it again and again and again. Rinse and repeat, and they don't learn from their mistakes because they love the adrenaline rush. I'm going to tell you right now, if you like gambling, if you like the adrenaline rush, you can mess around with trading, but do not expect to become consistently profitable because it will not happen. Until you put aside that adrenaline rush and until you put aside the fact that you think the market is just a casino, you will never become profitable. So I'm going to stress this again, and I can't stress this enough. Do not let yourself get greedy, and do not let greed take over your trades. Because you could build up from 100 to 1,000 to 5,000 consistently, but you could have one bad trade go wrong in the wrong direction, oversizing a little bit too much, and you blow your entire portfolio. From there, you're going to go into YOLO mode, and you're never going to get it back. So please stay patient and stay consistent. If you guys learned something from this video and you want to keep continuing to learn every single day and growing with our community, click the link down below to join the free Discord. I want nothing but success for you guys. If you guys don't succeed, I don't succeed, and I don't feel good about myself. So let's conquer this trading challenge together and let's continue to grow. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.